Hello friend, welcome to Data Laksh. In this video, we are going to discuss a problem from the machine learning practice-based question for the GATE DA paper. The question here say which of the following statements correctly differentiate logistic regression from linear regression. The given option here is first option. It's a logistic regression minimizes squared error and linear regression uses the cross entropy. Second option is logistic regression models probabilities and linear regression models continuous values. And third option it's a logistic regression work only for multi-class classification. And fourth option is logistic regression has no coefficient. So before going to discuss each problem, now let us see what it define. So in case of linear regression, as we know, it is used for the predicting continuous numeric values right here. So it is used for the predicting continuous numeric values such as predicting house prices, temperatures and salaries here. It is a and it models a linear relationship between the input feature x and output y here. As in simple, if you see here the formula for this, so y equal to beta naught plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2 plus dot dot beta n xn plus some error here. Further we can write in simple term y equal to as we know mx plus c in this form. So here we have x we have as the input feature and y is the output feature. As we can say, this is the independent independent and y is the dependent variable right here. So this always we give a linear model here, linear equation. So this is the linear relationship right here. Next, if you see logistic regression, so here we see here regression, but it actually its work is for the classification. So here it said despite its name, it is used for the classification problem. Typically, if you see here binary classification right here, and we know in case of binary either we get 0 or 1 or type of yes or no in this case right here, and it predict the probabilities that give the input belong to the particular class and uses the sigmoidal function. So here if we have probabilities, that means its value will be its value belong to 0 and 1 here, right? So probability as we know belong to 0 and 1. And if you see the function here, so in case of sigmoidal function, we have this probability value and the function this is the sigmoidal function as we know. And one thing you have to notice also here, the power of this in term of some variable and some coefficient right here. If you see the output value of linear regression, so it ranges from minus infinity to plus infinity. And in case of logistic regression, as we have discussed, it is the output value or probability. That means it will belong to 0 and 1. Between the it will range from the 0 to 1 here. And this makes logistic regression suitable for the predicted class membership, for example spam or some not spam. So if you find some type of prediction like this binary type, that means we will use logistic regression here. Now let us see in case of linear regression the cost function. So linear regression minimize the mean squared error. That means this is the formula for the mean squared error. So it minimizes the mean squared error, whereas in case of logistic regression it minimizes the log loss or cross entropy loss here, and we use this function as the cross entropy loss here right here. So these are some point with related to linear regression and logistic regression. Now let us see again the option given in the question. So first option say logistic regression minimize the squared error, whereas linear regression use the cross entropy. So if you have seen here, this linear regression minimize the mean square error, and this logistic regression minimize the loss, log loss or cross entropy loss. That means they have interchanged their options here. So here we have logistic regression minimize the not square error but cross entropy. See here we have cross entropy loss. So this minimize the cross entropy. And linear regression, and in case of linear regression it minimize the squared error, right? So this is the, so this will be as this will be false option right here. Now let us see the next one. Logistic regression model probabilities and linear regression model the continuous value. So this is correct as we have seen uh, in the previous one. So linear regression predict the continuous outcome such as the price, weight, temperature, etc. As we know, and this predict the this probability belong to class of 0 and 1. So this is the correct one. And if you see the third option, logistic regression work only for the multi-class classification. So this word here only this makes it false. As we know, logistic regression it mainly designed for the binary classification, right? So binary means two possible outcome, and further we can extend it to multi-class also problem. That means if they say only for the binary classification, that is also false. No, this is not only for the binary classification but also multi-class problem. But we can say here mainly used for the binary classification right here. So therefore it not only work for the multi-class classification, it primarily work for the binary class problem right here. Now if you see the last option here, logistic regression has no coefficient. So that means here, and if you see clearly here in this function we have 1 plus e raised to minus beta naught plus b1 x x1 plus dot dot beta n xn. So here x is x I is the variable, some variable here, and beta is we have, this is the coefficient. So we have some coefficient in case of logistic regression too, but it's a has no coefficient. So uh, we have to clear with this like word here. So when we say this type of word, one limb, no, that means we have to some okay, we have to go with here by some uh, we have to not easily go through the answer here right here. So that means this is also false here. I mean here we have to be careful with it, right? The type of word here. So that's it. If you see now, let us see again the question. So now see here. So again here we can find here this option is the correct one right here. So that's it from this video. If you find this video informative, please do like, share and subscribe this channel. Thanks for watching.